Floyd is what I called him. He has had a lot of impact on the world, and it's very scary to me because I never would have thought it would be my brother. Everyone is coming together. The whites are coming together with the blacks, the Latinos are coming together, and it's very empowering. This is what the world should have been doing a long time ago. But instead, we have been fighting and fighting and fighting. And I think it's time for us to stop. I would like for the public to remember my brother as a very stand-up guy, a God-fearing man that loved his family, that loved his little girl that the officer has took from her. The public needs to know that Floyd was not the kind of guy that they're trying to make him to be. Me and my family are doing the best that we can. It's very hard. It's tough. A lot of the family wasn't able to be here for the actual trial. And they're watching it on TV, and it's like they're here because this trial is so long going, and things are being thrown in there that really has nothing to do with the trial. And it's making a lot of us a little upset, but we're being patient with it, and we're getting through it. But it's very hard. It's very hard. It's very hard. My brother is not on trial. Derek is on trial. So I would love for them to keep it the way that it's supposed to go. They're bringing my brother up day after day after day as if he done something wrong. He hasn't done anything wrong. The officer is the one who killed him. So I think they're getting the misconcept of who's on trial at this time. I've thought about the miscarriages that this trial may go in, but every time I think about it, I shake it off because I know that God is not going to let justice fail us. We will get justice. And I have a good feeling about this because there was witnesses on that stand that felt the pain that we are feeling. And the jury sees that. And all I want them to know is be smart, be wise, make great decisions, make the right decision. But we will get justice. How do I feel about people coming and doing jury duty? That's something that I've been wanting to speak on, but nobody has asked me that question yet. But what I would like to say about that is, when you are called to jury duty, a lot of families are not getting justice because the jurors are not wanting to do their job that they're called to do. We need the jurors to stand up, be that impact that we need, be that voice that we don't have. Because they hear us, but it's not going to go off our decision. It's going to go off the juror's decision. And if people come and do their job the way that they're asked, a lot of families would have gotten justice the same way my brother would get justice. But because they did not get justice, when this trial is over and Derek is found guilty, we are getting justice for all families that did not get justice for their loved ones. A verdict that needs to be done is the George Floyd Policing Act. They need to put that in place. They need to send it through the Senate and let it get to the president so he can put it in action. The George Floyd Policing Act needs to be put in place for officers to be held accountable for their actions. From what I know, the act is no chokeholds. Number one, that's what I'm concerned about. An officer shouldn't have to put anyone in the chokehold, because once you do things like that, you're using deadly force. You're no longer being a protective police officer to the community. You're being looked at as someone who's trying to hurt another person. And the title of a police officer isn't that title. The policemen are here to protect and serve. And a lot of those officers has not been stepping up and protecting and serving our country, our people. Instead, they have been bringing us down. They have been violent towards us. And this has been going on for quite some time now. And I think it needs to come to a stop. And with the George Floyd Policing Act being passed, a lot of things will change. There will be a lot of things at risk. Another life will be taken, and nothing has been done about it. My niece Gianna will forever have to live without her father and know that she did not get justice, because really she is the only one who needs justice right now. Our world needs it, but nobody is feeling the pain that she is feeling without her father. So a lot of risks are going to be taken. A lot of things are going to be changed, because this incident touched the world. I mean, when I say the world, people in other countries are fighting for us. So I think they're going to make the right decision about this, because this is just not an ordinary, regular death that has happened. 9 minutes and 29 seconds. We thought it was 8 minutes and 46 seconds, which was long enough. Too long, but now they have said 9 minutes and 29 seconds, almost 10 minutes. Every time I think I'm ready to hear my brother cry for help, I have to get up and leave out, because I'm just not ready. But I want to be ready so bad, because I want to hear what that officer did to him. I want to see what really happened. But my heart just, every time I think about it, my stomach gets cramping up. My heart starts fluttering. I get weak. Because that was a man that loved me. He loved his family. And to see him on the ground like that, I'm just not ready, but I want to be ready so bad, because I want to see it. A guilty verdict may push me just a little bit more. And I know we're going to get a guilty verdict, because God has the last say so. He's a God that sits high, but he looks real low, and he sees everything. everything, things we don't even see. So I am hoping and praying that this guilty verdict comes along and I'll be able to actually see for myself what happened from detail to detail. What happened to my brother? And that's all I wanted to say.